These are the tools that I have to work with. I got this little bit here and that little bit there, and so I put these over here, and I got this bit here, and then I got this bit here. Kind of round. I've used that before. I did making pipes on a pipe stone. I have never done any of this engraving type stuff into wood. I don't really know what I'm doing. Should have probably been going the right way, huh? I think I'm going to have to clamp this thing down here. Be on the safe side. What I'm doing here is I'm just kind of making pre-holes, because once again I don't know what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm making pre-holes so that I can use this one and it won't be jumping around. I think I'm going to use on these parts here where they just don't seem to have, like, I don't want to risk messing up any more than I already have. I have this here because as I get to the inside I should probably have some sort of protection. As you can see, I've been jumping around, so it'd probably be good to have some protection in there just so I don't do anything worse to this here. So let's see what happens when I go ahead and try to get these out of here. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to go with this style because I've already started. Oh well. Well, let's see how good we can make it look here anyway. I'm having to put pretty much direct downward pressure on this, otherwise you see that it kind of rolls around. And when it rolls around, it's going to get grabby on one part and start to run across the table like you did see it here or do it earlier. So I'm having to rely on my straight downward pressure. Another key point is to always make sure that you start out slow and it doesn't seem to wander as much. But I did find that this seemed to help a little bit. That end gets kind of clogged up. So as I'm going along, I'm starting to see a pattern which I can work from, because I was worried about not having a pattern and whether I would be the same on this part of the table here as far as the pattern versus over here. You know, I mean, am I going to have the same type of pattern? Am I going to be able to maintain it? And you know, there's some nice things about being random, but there's also some nice things about having a pattern that looks kind of a lot more like it was planned, for one, and it also looks like it could have block of wood, and I've kind of got a pattern here, and I'm going to keep going until I finish around the entire outside. That's why I wanted that there, just in case I popped out on this side. Not a scratch on it. A little bit of a dent. Good idea to have a shield in there. That's if you're making something that, you know, that's as stupid as what I'm making here. What I'm doing here is I'm just sort of, I don't know where the holes are going to be, so I'm trying to do it as random as I did over there. Can you believe it? I'm almost done. Now that we've got our large holes drilled, we are now pursuing our smaller holes. We're working our way around and working with the smaller drill bit and just trying to see that? That just happened. Can you imagine if I didn't have that there? Can you imagine if I didn't have that there? Now as I do this, as I get into the thinner spots, I notice that I have to go a little bit slower so that I can pay attention which way the tip is drifting, because when the tip drifts in one direction, you want to be able to counter that with a different direction once it starts. Thrown off into here like it's been doing. If it's going a little bit slower, you can kind of control it a little bit better. Except for when it's really narrow, like right here. And you see I didn't want a really deep hole there. I just wanted kind of a shallow one, because I want to kind of give a 3D depth to all this when it gets sanded.